Hey everyone, and welcome to our story. Have you ever wondered what lies at the end of a playground tunnel? For most of us, it's just more tunnel. But for a group of very curious kids, one ordinary afternoon turned into the adventure of a lifetime. It all started when they were playing hide and seek. Deep inside the darkest part of the playground tunnel, something wasn't quite right. It wasn't dark at all. A warm, golden light pulsed softly, getting brighter with every step they took. And there it was, at the very end, a magnificent, glowing golden door, humming with a gentle, magical tune. With a mix of excitement and a tiny bit of fear, they pushed it open. One day, a group of curious kids discovered a golden door that led to the most magical place on earth, the chocolate factory of dreams. The moment the door swung open, the air filled with the sweet smell of cocoa, caramel, and 100 other delicious scents. Their eyes widened in disbelief. They weren't in the playground anymore. They were inside a world made of candy. The walls were built from giant chocolate chip cookies. The ground was a mosaic of colorful jelly beans. And flowing right through the middle of the room was a wide, gentle river of rich, dark chocolate. Glowing machines, crafted from shimmering caramel, hummed and whirred all around them. "Wow! The walls are made of cookies!" one of them shouted, tapping a giant chocolate chip. Another pointed with a trembling finger. "Look, a river of chocolate!" Just then, a friendly little robot with big, bright eyes zipped over to them on a trail of sparkles. "Welcome, little chocolatiers," it chirped. "I am ChocoBot, your guide. Here, in the chocolate factory of dreams, you are the factory workers." The children looked at each other, confused. They were just kids. How could they be factory workers? ChocoBot seemed to read their minds. "Not to worry," it said cheerfully. "This factory runs on a special kind of energy," with a whir. A rack of tiny, colorful aprons and chef hats floated down from the ceiling. As each child put one on, the aprons began to glow softly. "In this factory, machines don't need buttons or levers," ChocoBot explained. "They work with giggles, imagination, and teamwork." To test this, one of the kids let out a huge, happy giggle. Instantly, a nearby fountain roared to life, spouting streams of white chocolate high into the air. Another child closed her eyes and imagined a new kind of candy, one with all the colors of the rainbow. A machine nearby began to spin and whir, and out popped a perfect, swirly rainbow lollipop. It was incredible. The more they laughed and dreamed, the more the factory buzzed with life. ChocoBot zipped between them, its screen showing them fun ideas and encouraging them to work together to create the most wonderful sweets imaginable. They were no longer just kids. They were masters of candy creation. "Excellent work, chocolatiers," buzzed ChocoBot after they had created a mountain of sparkling gumdrops. "But your greatest challenge lies ahead. Are you ready for a chocolate adventure?" The kids cheered. Yes, a new door, shaped like a giant gingerbread man, swung open, revealing a series of amazing rooms. First, they entered the Candy Cloud Room, where fluffy, giant marshmallows floated gently in the air like clouds. They bounced from one to another, laughing as they floated through the sugary sky. Next, they zoomed down the caramel slide, a massive, winding slide made of smooth, flowing caramel that ended with a soft splash in the pool of creamy toffee. The factory was a giant, edible playground. But the final room was different. The machines had all gone silent. "This is a puzzle room," ChocoBot announced. "To restart the factory and unlock the secret recipe, you must solve the sweet riddle." A screen lit up with glowing words. Kid 3 read it aloud, thinking hard. "What's brown, sweet, and melts in your mouth?" The kids looked at each other, and a smile spread across their faces. They all shouted together, "Chocolate!" Instantly, the machines roared back to life, twice as powerful as before. Was the riddle solved? A golden chest in the center of the room began to glow. It clicked open, and a brilliant light shot out, filling the room with warmth. The kids gathered around, peering inside. But it wasn't a list of ingredients like they expected. Instead, they saw images of themselves laughing, working together, sharing their ideas. The children had unlocked the secret, a recipe powered not by sugar, but by kindness, joy, and imagination. As they understood the true meaning, the entire factory seemed to celebrate. The chocolate river began to swirl with all the colors of the rainbow. Machines danced with flashing lights, and the air filled with the most wonderful music made of popping candy and fizzing soda sounds. They had learned that the best things in life aren't just made of sugar. They're made of the happiness we share with one another. It was time to go. A beautiful train, built entirely of dark, white, and milk chocolate, pulled up with a gentle whistle. ChocoBot waved goodbye. "Your adventure here is over, but the magic is yours to keep." As the kids climbed aboard the chocolate train, ChocoBot handed each of them a special chocolate bar. "This is a never-ending chocolate bar," it explained. "As long as you remember to share your kindness and imagination, it will never run out." The train chugged along, taking them back through the fantastical rooms of the factory. They waved at the floating marshmallows and the caramel waterfall, their hearts full of joy. "This was the sweetest adventure ever," one of them exclaimed, taking a bite of the magical chocolate. The train pulled up to the golden door, and as they stepped back into the playground tunnel, the magical light faded behind them. ChocoBot's voice echoed one last time. "Remember, the real secret ingredient is always your imagination." They knew they would never forget their trip to the chocolate factory of dreams, or the sweet lesson they learned inside. The chocolate dream lives on. Thanks for watching our magical story today. We hope it filled your day with a little bit of sweetness and imagination. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. We love sharing these journeys with you. See you next time.